What's up guys, my name is Luke. I just got back from a 2-month Europe trip with my wife. Our favorite part of the entire trip was being in the beautiful Alps. So here's our top 5 things to do. And if you're an adventurous person, this video is definitely the right one for you. Okay, so number 1 on our list, and arguably our most favorite thing, is the Schaffler Ridge Trail and the Schaffler Mountain Hut. You're gonna take a train into Ebenalp. From there you can take a cable car up the mountain. At the top of the mountain, there's paragliders, there's already amazing views of the Alps around you. If you would like to do so, you can hike up another mile or 2, and then you'll reach the Schaffler Mountain Hut. It's basically a hostel that can fit, I think, about 30 to 50 people, and you can sleep there for a night if you want to. My wife and I chose to do that. It was an amazing experience. You wake up and you can go hike along the ridge a little bit more if you would like, and the views are seriously stunning. Mountains all around. There's a lake that you can even hike down to the next day. Not only that, on your hike down the next day, you can also pass a restaurant that is located in the side of the mountain. It is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. National Geographic even featured it in one of their magazines. So if you're going to be in Switzerland, this is my number 1 recommendation. So at number 2, we're going to head over to Grindelwald in Switzerland. You can purchase what is called the Adventure Package from Grindal First. So Grindal First is 4 different activities that you're going to do, starting at the top of the mountain, taking you all the way down to the bottom of the mountain in Grindelwald. The first activity is the First Flyer. You're going to be seated in a harness going down a zip line, going super fast, about 84 kilometers an hour. It's so beautiful, super fun experience. Once you get off that, you can then go on to the First Glider. This time you're going to be laying on your stomach, also taking a zip line from one point to a second point down the mountain. You even get up to 83 kilometers per hour on this one. The third and my most favorite was the First Mountain Cart. You get on a little go-kart and you take this path down the entire mountain, or at least what feels like the entire mountain. You're cruising past cows, flowers, bells, all of the above when you picture the Swiss Alps, not to mention the amazing mountains beside you. And the last thing you're gonna do is the First Trotty Bike. You take a little trotty bike and you ride down the rest of the mountain, and again, you're just passing through pastures, cows, sheds, mountains, just everything that you're gonna picture when you see Switzerland. This was so amazing. I'm super glad we did it. You do have to purchase these activities, but you don't have to purchase the package as a whole. If you're on a budget, I would suggest just doing the First Mountain Cart and the trotty bike. Those 2 are the funnest activities in our opinion, but definitely something you're gonna wanna pay for. Okay, so at number 3, we have the Via Ferrata from Mürren to Gimmelwald in Switzerland. It's right near Lauterbrunnen Valley. If you're not familiar with what a Via Ferrata is, it's basically a mixture between rock climbing and hiking. So you're gonna have a harness on, a helmet on, and 2 ropes with 2 carabiners on the end of them. There's pegs that are gonna be sticking out of the mountain, as well as a cable that you can attach yourself to. So what you're gonna do is go from Mürren to Gimmelwald on this Via Ferrata. At some point, you're gonna be standing on pegs a couple thousand feet above the ground. It's genuinely one of the most adrenaline-packed activities I've ever done in my life. If you're someone who likes adrenaline or crazy activities, you can't miss this one. You can finish in Gimmelwald, and there's also a mountain hostel there that you can sleep in. Super fun vibes. There's also great pizza, and again, amazing views all around. By the way, if you guys have gotten value from this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're also posting vlogs from our trip if you want to follow along with our adventures. Okay, number 4 is the highest accessible railway in Europe, Jungfraujoch. You're going to start in Lauterbrunnen Valley and take trains all the way up to Jungfraujoch, where there's a huge glacier that you can see for what seems to be miles, as well as Swiss Alps surrounding you. It's seriously so pretty. There's a couple different activities that you can do up here. You have the Ice Palace, which has tons of different ice structures that are amazing to look at. You also have some snow activities if you're feeling up for it. Beware, it is freezing up there. Even if you're going in the summertime, it is still super cold as you're on top of the Alps. There's a mini chocolate factory if you would like to stop and get some chocolates, as well as a bunch of souvenir shops and restaurants. You definitely are gonna get some of the top views of the Alps from this glacier. If you want, you can even go get a picture holding the Swiss flag. Makes for an awesome memory to have from your trip. Okay, so at number 5, we have Hitler's Eagle's Nest in the Bavarian Alps. This iconic mountaintop retreat was commissioned by Adolf Hitler for his 50th birthday gift. To get up there, you're going to take a bus that was specifically made for this steep and windy road to get all the way to the top of the mountain. It was one of the craziest experiences. From the top, you're going to go through this long tunnel that Hitler walked through and then take an elevator straight up to the top. Walking through this tunnel was a surreal experience, imagining that years ago Hitler himself walked through this during World War II. This was a place for Hitler to entertain high-ranking guests as well as different powerful people during that time. It's open for anyone to view. Of course, it does cost a little money, just like everything else. But not only is it an amazing historical landmark, you also are going to enjoy amazing views of the mountains around you, just like everywhere else in the Alps. If you're a World War II buff, this is definitely one of the things you got to see if you're going to be in the Bavarian Alps. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you got value from this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to follow along with our other adventures, go ahead and watch some of the other vlogs we have up. And we'll catch you next time.